We're currently in my rental bathroom because I want to talk about some things with the fitness industry. There's a lot of stuff going on. As y'all know, I'm a huge fan of Greg Doucette. Like, big fan of that guy. Big fan of what he does and what he promotes and his no BS take on things. I'm watching his videos recently, and oh my god, oh my gosh, kids and people are so stupid. So I don't know if y'all have seen this guy before, but he's on mostly I don't know if he has a YouTube. I'm not really big enough in subscribers to be talking about this or anything, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Nor am I big enough body wise, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. What's it called? Genetic Anomaly and Toji, however the hell you say their names. Those are the two guys that are like big up there right now, getting lots of views, lots of recognition. But the problem is Togi, or Toji, I'm just going to say Togi. Togi sounds funnier. Togi is promoting steroids. He says he's not. He is. He's promoting steroids incoherently and coherently because he's like, steroids are great, steroids are awesome. It's promoting steroids. It's bullshit when he says he's not. He is promoting steroids. He's a gambler. He is, he's just something. And then there's Genetic Anomaly. Now, he doesn't really promote steroids, but if you look at him, his skin is like the Purple Hulk. He's like, his skin is purple, like on his chest and his like back, and oh my gosh, it's so bad. And like, they don't realize it, but they're without realizing it, they're actively promoting steroid abuse and steroid use. Not just steroid use, but steroid abuse, because they're both abusing steroids. Especially Genetic Anomaly and especially Toki, because like the whole fitness industry is abusing it, right? But especially those two, because they're the ones getting a lot of recognition right now, a lot of views, especially them. So, first point, don't use steroids for the love of everything holy. Even if you're not, you shouldn't be using steroids, period, unless you're competing. But even then, even if you are competing, you still should really try to not use steroids. Number two, they will kill you. Over time, they will take years off your life. You may not realize it then or when you're using them, but they will take years off your life. It will cut it short. It will. It's just, it is what it is. Your livers are effed. Your heart is effed. Your skin, like, look at Genetic Anomaly. His skin is like disgusting. No offense to him, but his skin's like fucked up. Excuse my language, but his skin's something else. Just a lot of stuff wrong with the promotion of steroids and promotion of doing that stuff. So, as y'all know, I'm very against it. I don't use steroids, especially if you're not competing. You should really stay away from them. Also, don't abuse them. Like, if you, because I can't control what y'all do. I'm against steroids. I will always say don't do steroids. But if you do, be smart about it. Don't do something stupid and just blast grams of steroids. Be smart about it. Don't be stupid. At least if you're going to shave years off your life, shave the most minimal amount of years, please. Because goodness gracious, it's retarded. Wait, can I say that on? I don't know if I can say that on YouTube or not. I don't know. I'm not big enough anyway. They're not going to strike me or ban me. Nobody knows me yet. We'll in the future, I'll have to worry about that, but not at the moment. Second problem. Fitness standards and standards of society have gone way up. It is insane. Like, absolutely insane. And the reason it's insane is because you see all these people blasting steroids, doing like hella amounts of gear and getting huge. Which funny, I had a funny thing happen recently. One of my buddies, I got this little gym group I go with, and one of my buddies was like, "Yo, what if I just started blasting gear and got?" Because I'm currently like, I don't want to brag. That's not what I mean. I'm not the most aesthetic, but I am like the strongest in the group in some lifts. But anyways, it's my little like passe of gym bros. But he was like, "What if I just started blasting gear and getting ahead of you?" I'm like, that's really possible because gear is insane. Now I'm not taking away from bodybuilders like, well, I don't know, Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, etc. The Genetic Anomaly, Toji. I'm not taking away from their hard work in the gym, but I mean, then again, Togi doesn't really go to the gym very much anymore. He just blasts Tren and goes a couple times to keep his physique. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm not taking away from the work they put in the gym. You could have a natural athlete and an athlete on steroids push as hard as they can at the same amount of effort in the gym, but because the person who is on steroids, their PRs will go up so much faster. Their aesthetic, they will look a lot more aesthetic much faster. They will build muscle much faster. Like, I feel like if some of my buddies went on steroids, they'd be like significantly stronger than me in 4 months, even though I'm pushing just as hard as them. Because they take steroids, it is so much easier to be stronger and put on more muscle. I'm not taking away from people who are on steroids. Like there's some really good athletes like Chris Bumstead, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, but look at Ronnie Coleman from steroid abuse, from overdoing it for so many years. He's in a wheelchair. I'm not taking away from Ronnie. Ronnie Coleman is the GOAT of bodybuilding. I'm not saying that. But look at what happened to him. Look at, what are some bodybuilders that recently, Joe Linder. Joe Linder, great person in the community, really nice, cool dude. He died. Now, I don't know if it has any, didn't really get into much to what happened to him. It was something, I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it had anything to do with steroids, but I also know it could have been done with steroids. Also, there's a lot of bodybuilders in the past. I can't remember them by name, but there's a lot of bodybuilders that have died super duper early because they abused steroids. Taking steroids, yes, you'll get a huge physique, you'll get super strong if you have a good diet, one, but also, like, with steroids, also another thing, you can be a lot more lenient with your diet. I mean, look at frickin' Sam Sulek. He's eating cinnamon toast crunch and chugging chocolate milk, and he's shredded and huge. But anyways, the steroids is not worth shaving years off your life, destroying relationships with people, because steroids, a lot of people think steroids are just physical. It messes with your head. Look at Mike Israetel. I watched Greg Doucette's video on him. He's screaming, like screaming his lungs off in the middle of a workout. Does that seem like he's mentally stable to you? He's also talked about on podcasts how like the anxiety and like all that, like it doesn't just affect you physically, it affects you mentally. So you may be like, well, it's just gonna shave years off my life. I'll be fine throughout the cycle. But then you get on the cycle, your skin gets messed up. Your relationships with people get messed up. Yeah, you get more gains, but is it really worth it? To me, it's not. I mean, I'm not competing. I don't really plan. I mean, I've thought about competing, but I don't think I'm ever going to. And if I do, I'd probably only do it ever once, just to say I did. So I have no reason to blast steroids, ruin my relationships with people, and ruin my body and my overall health. Like, come on. Also, just listen to them talk. They're like, as they're talking, like they're literally like speaking, and they're like, yeah, I'm on this amount of gear. I'm eating cinnamon toast. They're literally, I'm asthmatic and I don't do that. Like, I'm very asthmatic. Like, I'm supposed to take a pill for my asthma, but I don't. That's a story for another day, though. But I'm asthmatic, and that doesn't happen to me. So that's crazy. So that's pretty much a lot of my spiel, is that the industry has been so twisted, and what is a good physique has been so twisted, and what is good, even good strength levels has been so twisted, because you see all these people on gear, even at a young age, like super young people at a young age taking gear, benching 400, 300, 500 pounds. Like, it's not worth it. So, one, don't take steroids. That's no. That's a bad thing. Two, especially don't compare yourself to people you see, especially like on Instagram, because Instagram's bunch of steroids. They all claim natural, they're lying. Most of them are lying. 90% of them are lying. And it's crazy. But 90% of them, I think they're lying. Maybe they're not, maybe they are, but I think they are. So don't compare yourself to people on social media, because, like I said, I try not to film with too many things. Like, I try to film with like I'll do lighting here and there, but I try to do no lighting posts. I barely use any filters. Like, I've only ever used filters on my Instagram because I think it makes it look cooler. But like on YouTube, I try to really keep it to where this is what I'll look like. If you were to see me in public, this is what you would see. Because I don't want to give people a false reality of what my body looks like or what can be achieved, or even, that's why I do like PR still. Like, I don't really PR too much. I mean, with bench I do. I need to stop PR. I need to focus on getting my strength up before actually PRing. Anyways, but don't compare yourself to people on social media, because oftentimes, a lot of times, they're on steroids. They're abusing lighting. They're abusing angles. They're abusing freaking everything possible to make themselves look better. And that is why, as a person in the fitness community, and as a person putting out content that hopefully one day I'll get popular, people will look at me and say, okay, this is what I can expect in this amount of time and in this circumstance. Because I'm not trying to abuse lighting or abuse every single thing to make myself look better, because I don't want to give people a false narrative of what is achievable. Especially because, like, it just puts you down. And like that comes from me. Like I get put down. Like I'll scroll on Instagram. I need to stop doing scrolling on Instagram, but I scroll on Instagram. I see these people like significantly stronger than me that are younger than me. It's like, oh man, why can I not that strong? But you got to remember, time, consistency, and they're probably on steroids, and they're also probably abusing every single angle possible. So just and lighting and just everything. So just remember, don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself. And even then, like I have an example of comparing yourself to yourself. Today, I went to try out Anytime Fitness that was near the rental I'm at because I was like, I'm tired of having these crappy workouts. Let me see if there's any gym. And the first time was free, so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to use any money. It's fine. It's great. Awesome. I did not even hit 235 bench. I hit 240 bench like 3 weeks, a month ago, but or 2 weeks. It was something. I don't know. Y'all see it on my YouTube. I posted when I got a bench PR, but I hit 240 bench at some point, and now I'm back down to like 230 probably because I failed 235. And I know it could possibly, because like they're gonna have like another thing you gotta understand with like comparing yourself to yourself is you're gonna have days where you're weaker. You're gonna have hiccups like a vacation with your family, or you're gonna have stuff where you get sick or blah 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 blah. So you're gonna have 2 steps forward, 1 step back here and there because it's a part of life. You can't control every aspect of what your life is. So that's why I was beating myself up in the moment because I was like, man, I have 240 on bench. Why is this 235 not going up? And I was like beating myself up. I'm like, all right, I haven't been able to lock in on food that much on this trip. I haven't been able to hit my protein goal on this trip. I've been doing a buttload of cardio on this trip, so my muscles are not used to that, or I guess I'm burning more calories, so I'm in a calorie deficit. I fully believe I'm still in a calorie deficit this whole trip. So it's like, I'm going to be a little weaker. All right, it's going to happen. There's going to be points in your fitness journey where you're going to be a bit weaker, and then it's going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're going to have hiccups. You're going to have sickness. You're going to have injuries. You're going to have vacations with your family. There's going to be points where you want to beat yourself up because you're like, man, why am I not getting the same weight? Why am I not the same amount of leanness? Why are my biceps looking smaller than usual? Like it's a part of the fitness journey. Just learn to enjoy the journey and take your wins. Anyways, I'll stop having a yapathon now. That's just what I was thinking about and what was on my mind, and figured it'd be some good content to put out considering I can't really do a lot right now because I'm on vacation. But hope y'all are having a blessed day. I know I'm not like super popular by any means, but hopefully eventually, not hopefully, I will blow up because I also been trying to get into this more mentality of it will happen in a matter of time. So eventually I'll blow up and people will see hopefully they'll see these old videos and they'll see what my past was like, what my past journey was, and they won't just see the me that was like, because I'll get more jacked as life goes on. It's going to happen. Well, obviously I have a natural peak. Eventually I hit my natural peak, but when people come to my channel, it might be a year, it might be 2 years, it might be 3 years, it might be 4 years, blah, 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 so on and so on. Hopefully they'll go back to old videos and say, okay, see, he was not as strong as he is now. So like, I think another problem is people don't show like themselves early on. There's a lot of transformations online, but they don't show their PRs early on. They don't show what it was like when they first kind of started, or their first year or two lifting. And that's why I kind of got into the social media stage early on, because I wanted people to, if they came to my channel in the future, I didn't want them to get discouraged by seeing me who was like, I guess, I don't want to get cocky, because I'm going to be jacked in the future, but I'm saying I want people coming to my channel seeing like the absolutely ginormous version of me, but not seeing the version that was smaller, the version that was not as strong as he was, the version that wasn't able to fight as good, because I do fighting content here and there too. So I want people to have a realistic expectation of what they can achieve, and I want people to have a realistic expectation of what their body should look like in lighting, out of lighting, different circumstances. And that's why I do a little bit of everything, because I don't want people getting discouraged. And yeah, that's what my channel is all about. Just fitness, vlogging kind of, I guess, and fighting. That's literally my channel. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still relatively new to the fighting stuff, but we're getting there. It's getting there. And like I said, when I blow up, I hope people will come back to my old videos and see that I wasn't, because like I'm like foreshadowing, because people are going to look at me and get down, because I'm like, why can I be that jacked? Even though I'm the one looking at other people being like, why can I be that jacked? Eventually I'll be that person that people look at and be like, why can I be that jacked? And I want them to come back and look at my old videos and see, okay, it took them a while to get there. Fitness journey, it's a long process. It takes a long time to get into the flow of things, to understand that there will be hiccups, to just go with the flow. So it's part of life, it's part of learning. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Got a lot of stuff going on in life right now. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Peace.